Heaven's just some garbage they sell you about where you go when you dead, so you can swallow their shit while you alive. Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? What's up? We back. You know, last week they tried to play us or whatever. They ain't have no power, but we back and we got a new episode. So, you know, definitely make sure you go ahead, turn on your post notifications, you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our videos. You know, we do have the baddies. I think this is the final portion coming up later on today, so hopefully I'll be able to upload everything this evening. If not, then it will be up definitely by tomorrow, which is Monday. But either way, you will see that. I'll be giving you guys that. Hopefully there'll be something going on because it's been a whole bunch of mess. All right. And as far as you know, check out my website, which is empresslooks.com. You know, I have my posh hair accessory clips, so I definitely appreciate you guys checking that out. So let's go ahead and talk about it, boo. So now, Kanan's mother, she went to go see Palomar, which is Corinne's mom, because Corinne ended up telling Kanan's mom about what went down or what her mother did. And apparently this is not the first kid that she did it to, you know, because at the end of the day, you pretty much a rapist, because this is an underage person. This is statutory rape, underage person, and you're a whole adult. You know what I'm saying? You're a whole mother. Like, what kind of person are you? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just like, you're not really good. And then you know, she went to her with the pistol and all that. She was not playing. She was just like, yo, leave my son alone, and you know, on everything, otherwise it's gonna be the end for you. You know what I mean? So of course that shook her up. And later when he went to go see her after Famous told him what happened, she was just not with it. She didn't even want to open the door. She didn't want to let him inside. She's just like, nah, like, I knew who you were, and that's, you know, mainly part of the reason why we move forward. But nah, I'm not doing this. Your mom is not playing. She ain't trying to get shot down. At the end of the day, she was excited about, you know, his stature probably and who he was in the streets. But yeah, mama ain't playing that. Now, One-Eyed Jack's mom, she's upset because she knows in her heart that her son was murdered, that it was not, you know, he killed himself. Like, he's not that type of guy. I mean, you just know, like, especially when you're a mom, like, you just know these things. You know, like, all right, this is not my son. Like, this is not something he would do. He wasn't depressed. Like, he was okay, you know? Like, so, God forbid something happened to my son right now. Like, I would know, like, no, this is not him. Because you know the person you've been giving birth to. Like, if you've seen they have problems and stuff like that, it's definitely possible. But 9 out of 10 times, something like this is just, if it don't smell right, it's not right. And she was like that his mother needs to do something. That's what she told Kanan. Otherwise, she about to do something. So she on that rogue shit. Like, she don't even care right now. She's just like, F everything. Like, I'm going to get justice for my son. And that's on everything. Now, Lou, he met with a DJ, like a radio station person, and so he could get his girl Zisa's music played or whatever. The guy was getting a little disrespectful, like looking at her like, you know, she could do some things to get her music played. She could come upstairs, you know, like just being real slick at the mouth. But he pulled out the burner and was like, nah. He was like, you're going to do it and you're going to have it on repeat. Like, he on some next joint. Like, he definitely reclaimed his spot as, you know, one of the crazy brothers, because he was kind of chill, kind of laid back, just focusing on the music. But I think once he did that crown kill, like, that really put him back into that killer phase, you know. And when his sister had talked to him, that really like snapped him back. Like, nah, they not gonna think I'm soft. Like, they forgot who Big Lou is out in these streets. Nah, you know. So Kenya, she ended up doing a religious like intervention, I would say, on Jukebox, where all these people from the church was in her house. And it was kind of like an ambush. Like, she's like, what is this? They're like, oh, that we need to help you. They want to change her. They want to fix her. She's like, I'm good. And they're like, no, but you're not going to be able to go to heaven. They put her in the seat, put on some porn for her to watch. First, some regular porn, a man and a woman, had her sit there and watch. And they put on some gay porn with women in jail. and they're beating the girl, and the mom just standing there just like it's nothing. Like they're like, you could tell she was like, oh, like you didn't say that there was gonna be beatings involved. And they were just kind of like, has to be done. Like, this is what needs to be done for her to be fixed. Like, do you want her to go to heaven? And she's like, yes. And she's just standing there while they're beating her daughter, tears coming down her eye, one little tear coming down her eye, while her daughter's just like being strong. And this is the stuff that makes people and breaks people, tears them down and builds them up into being like heartless, you know, cold, because they remember these things. Like, these things don't just go away so easily. Like, you try to open yourself up, you try to be everything your mom wanted you to be, and she allowed people to literally torture you in front of her. And she hasn't even been in her life all that long. Like, she's just been in there like probably a couple months, and this is what you allow people to do to your daughter. You know, it's crazy. So she ended up going back to her dad's house, burning up all the clothes that she gave her. Didn't care. It was Fendi, you know, all these name brand stuff, expensive. It meant nothing to her. Like, she just threw them in the fire. Like, it's nothing, you know. And her father, of course, like, you know, he went to bat for her. He went, confronted Kenya, told her, like, you know, you haven't been in her life. Like, you don't even know who she is. Like, you went out here to go chase after a ball player. And I guess she didn't like the truth, so she ended up slapping him. I know he was about to give her that hand. Yo, I could see it throbbing. It was ready, yo. He's about to knock her down. But luckily, you know, the jukebox got out the car and stopped him real quick, like, Dad, chill, you know what I mean? And she said what she had to say, and she let her know, like, you know, I'm good. Like, you haven't even been here for me, you know? So I'm pretty sure after that, their relationship is pretty much done. But yeah, she was just like, she don't need her in her life. But I know if she didn't stop him, he probably would have been in jail, because somebody would have called the police. So the Italians, they're upset because one of their own, which is named Marco, which is the son of the big one, Sal, he got shot when they was doing that whole Tony, you know, home invasion thing that they were doing, and he died. They literally had a funeral, and from that, you know, Sal is just like, this needs to be taken care of, this needs to be handled. We need to find out who did this. They visit the other dude that was with him that got shot too, but he was okay. And they kind of press him a little bit. He ends up saying like, oh, it was the black woman's brother. So now they know exactly who it is that did it, you know? So yeah, it's pretty much, they ended up killing him because after that, they pretty much didn't need him anymore. So they killed him after he ended up telling them who it was that did it. So yeah, he was done. And now they wanted to go and talk to Raquel now that they knew who exactly, you know, was involved in this. Because the way that it works, they're supposed to go through him. And I guess maybe if he's agreeing to it, maybe he would have put people out, but he probably wouldn't have put his own son out. But Marvin went ahead and talked to them directly, which is a no-no in that family and that lifestyle and all that types of stuff. So Raquel, she ends up getting a new house that she wanted. And Kanan, he really didn't care too much because he was upset about the fact that she went to Palomar. And he was also, you know, feeling some type of way about what Scrappy's mom had said, which is One Eye Jack's mom has said to him. Because now he's kind of like, you know, she said like, you're not really doing anything. And she's just like, well, you know, there's nothing to be done. Like, she's just kind of nonchalant about the whole thing. But yet this dude was supposed to be like family to them. So it's like things ain't adding up. So he's starting to see like, yo, it's a lot of things that it seems like she's lying about. And the lies was kind of like overwhelming to him. So yeah, unfortunately, he was just like, you know, I'm leaving. And he didn't want to stay there that night in the new house or anything like that or anywhere with her, because it's just like so many things that's just like a lot for him. So he ends up trying to go to Famous house, but he couldn't go to Famous house. So he ends up going to Howard's house and just kind of chilling there. So once again, it's like his father came through for him. Even though, you know, he might not have been there, he probably would have been there if given the opportunity. Plus, I feel like the fact that he got this whole like rebirth, you know, almost like a baptism type of thing. Like he became a new person. I feel like that helps him too, to be able to want to have this kid in his life who he wasn't able to connect with or anything like that. you know, because he just got so used to not having family. He was just real cutthroat, didn't really care about much of anything. He didn't even care about his life to a certain extent. Like, he was just kind of like almost giving up at one point. So now Howard, he ends up going to the captain, speaking of him, because Burke, she's doing way too much. Like, she's over here trying to find out more and more information about him, like investigating him. So he's like, yo, she's doing too much at the end of the day. And the captain, he's just like, yeah, she's starting to cause trouble, because Nicole's family, they're also looking into things with her, saying that she's a problem. So he ends up talking to her, the captain. He didn't really say like who told him anything, but he talks to her, tells her this is your first and last warning. Mind you, probably a few days later, she sees Raquel in the store. Well, actually follows Raquel to the store, asking her about her connection to Howard. So I'm like, dude, you really don't want your career anymore. Like, is it really that serious for you to know? Like, what are you trying to uncover? Are you trying to get like a medal or something for showing that there's a connection? Like, what are you doing? He's done with this. It's like, damn, girl, just chill. But yeah, some people, they be just sabotaging themselves for real. And that's exactly what it seems like she's doing. So Marvin, he definitely learned some things from his anger management class that he was applying to his connection that he was starting to form again with Jukebox. He told her like, oh, I'll hit you later. But then he was like, wait, I don't mean that. He was like, I mean, I'll call you later. Because he was like, there's power in words. And that is so true. There's power in words. There's power in body language. There's power in so many things, like the spoken and unspoken things that we do and we say. So, you know, you got to speak life into things. You got to speak uplifting things. And I've been doing that so much more lately, like just getting into like the whole positive affirmations and all those things. So he was definitely right about that. And he just, you know, kind of said that to her so she could know, like, that like hitting, like, no, that's not what I mean, you know. And he don't want, especially because you see that she's going through so much, she didn't even really want to talk at that moment. So now Raquel, she knows that Marvin has something to do with Tony's death and the whole situation about how the son ended up getting killed. So because they requested a meeting with her, so she's like, once she hears that, she's like, oh, this ain't gonna be good. But you know, she had to boss up real quick. She met him at the bowling alley, and he pretty much was like, yo, this in the universe, there are laws that need to be respected, they need to be followed, and he's a believer of karma and balance. And he was like that his son's life got taken, so somebody has to be taken from her family, which would have been her he said he would have taken the son, but the son is still young and he doesn't do kids. So he was like, that means the brother got to be taken. And he's like tight, because she's like, nah, that's not going to happen. Like, it is what it is. You know, I'm sorry for your loss. My sympathies go out to your family, but that's not going to happen. You know, and he was upset, like, and he looked like he was offended that she said no. Like, who's going to say, okay, you can kill my brother? You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, that's her blood, that's her family. But he was like, well, once she walked away, he was just like, my sympathies to yours as well, because he already gave the word, like, y'all gotta take him down, because I try to be nice, try to bargain with her, let her know what's up, but now I just gotta make moves. So it's official, I believe, that Kanan, that Kanan now knows that Howard is officially his father. I seen him looking through the papers that was in his book bag. Famous had kind of looked through it before as well. So I'm pretty sure that now, like, he knows for sure, because he looked like he was super shocked when he was looking at the paper. They also found Crown's body in the ocean, you know, so that's going to be another investigation that's most likely going to come down, because he did have his, a card that said his name in his pocket, and it didn't get fully, like, washed away or anything like that. Now, Marvin, he went to go see his therapist to just let her know about the situation, about this good moment that he had with his daughter, and how he applied the things that he learned in class, you know, and he's really smitten about her. He likes her, and he wants to see where this could possibly go, I believe. And he knows that she could possibly make him an even better man, because she already has, you know, even though it was in a professional aspect, she has. So anyway, he's talking about that, you know, and they just kind of right there. And she's like, you know, you deserve good things. That very moment, shots pop off. One of the Italians was like, Marvin, boom. So I don't know if they shot him, they shot her, maybe they shot both of them. She could have got caught in the crossfires, and it's a shame because, you know, if she did get shot, she ain't really deserve that. All she was doing good things, you know. But it's messed up because of affiliation, who you know. But that's pretty much the episode, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought. I mean, it's pretty cool to me that Howard and Kanan is kind of building a little something. So I think that's pretty cool. But it's about to be some crazy wars going on for real. Because if they did kill Marvin, you already know Raquel, she can't just sit there. So it's like, it's about to be whole wars going back and forth. But we'll see. Thanks so much for watching. See y'all in the next one. Laters.